Aww. Oh my. Let's go.
A few moments later.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Golly.
Yo, guys, watch the shit, man. Wrist. This week's videos are sponsored by Prize Picks, the easy-to-use fantasy sports betting app. More on them in just a bit. What is happening there, fellow reject? We are here to start up a show, Bridgerton. This all depends on you guys. If this gets enough traction, we are committed to season 1. But if this gets enough traction, we will, of course, carry on the show. So you got to make sure you are leaving comments, leaving likes if you guys want us to continue this series past season 1. Otherwise, we're just going to watch it on our own like my wife wanted me to with her. But now I'm here with you guys instead. Destroying my marriage one show at a time.
Yes.
So go watch her podcast, Higher Witches Podcast. John, how are you feeling, man?
I'm okay. I'm excited for more Rome. I mean, the friggin' heated rivalry experience has been so vivid and so wonderful.
This will be the exact same
this will
thing.
be. I'm going to hold this show up to that standard and expect only that experience from what I assume is a period piece or something.
Yeah.
Costume romance drama. I'm excited. I know a lot of people love this show, and I know almost nothing about it. So
likewise,
I'm anxious for some more love. I am excited for some more love in my content.
I agree with you, man. And we put out a post on Patreon of which show should we cover next, and this was the most voted one. So here we are honoring our royal rejects. All right, John, you ready to go check this out?
Am I?
Let's do it to it. I've heard that the second season is when it really takes
takes off. This is the Parks and Rec of steamy romance.
I don't know. But I've heard this first season's good too.
Liking these production values so far.
Grosvenor Square, 1813.
Grosvenor Square.
Dearest reader, the time has come to place our bets for the upcoming social season.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Baron Featherington.
Featherington.
3 misses foisted upon the marriage market like sorrowful sows by their tasteless,
Oh, snap.
tactless mamma.
Ooh.
This is the girl from the Doctor Who special.
Able to squeeze my waist into the size of an orange and a half when I was Prudence's age.
Oh my
Your
God.
sister shall do the same.
Every time I see corsets, I think of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
In the
I think of Meet Me in
household of the
St. Louis.
widowed Viscountess Bridgerton.
Ooh, the bee. Symbolism.
Noted for its bounty of perfectly handsome sons and perfectly beautiful daughters.
I love that. That pan left to right, right to left.
Is our dear sister still not ready?
Oh, she's only been readying herself the entire night. You mean her entire life?
I shall run upstairs and hasten her along.
This is fast-paced, man.
I know, I love the it's, it's really chaotic.
Daphne!
Ah!
You must make haste!
This is what I yell at John every time we have to shoot.
Should you think she heard me?
Never enough haste on this boy.
The amount of coverage on every one of these scenes, my God.
Yeah, God, what is her name? She's in the Time Hotel. I didn't realize she'd be in the show from the get-go. Like, I know she's in it, but I thought she, like, came in a later season or something.
Look at these outfits. My goodness.
Yeah, this is bonkers.
Should your brother wish to be obeyed as Lord Bridgerton, he must act as Lord Bridgerton.
Lord Bridgerton.
I do not know.
Okay, so Bridgertons are like a royal family. Oh.
Oh, my.
That is not a good thing to do.
Oh,
before-
my.
Oh, wow.
Cheeked up.
Wait a minute.
Is that Fiero? Is that Jonathan
Bailey? He's the hottest gay guy working today.
Hottest gay guy.
Just banging chicks all the
Making
time.
out with chicks. Yeah.
There is no pretense here. I happen to be genuinely self-absorbed and deeply shallow.
Part of me is like, whoa, is the costume budget? But then I remembered everyone who lives in Britain just owns stuff like this naturally.
It is him.
God.
I didn't register he was in the show.
Me neither.
Anthony, you're here.
Of course I'm here, sister. I'll never miss such an important day for you and our family.
Oh, you would just be late for it.
Sideburns.
Shall we?
That charming, devilish muss.
Today is a most important day, and for some, a terrifying one. For today is the day London's marriage-minded misses presented to Her Majesty the Queen.
Good alliteration.
Oh.
May God
Wow.
have mercy on their souls.
A painting in front of a painting.
Philippa Featherington and Miss Penelope Featherington.
Featherington is the most British name.
By their mother, the Right Honourable Lady Featherington.
As they wear feathers upon their heads.
Yeah. Beautiful plumage.
So are they like...
Oh my.
It's going to take me a while to catch on to some of these rules. Are they being presented for like one of them getting married or something?
Yeah, I guess so. Is this like their debut, or it's like a debutante kind of thing?
It is only the Queen's eye that matters today. A glimmer of displeasure,
Oh my.
and the young lady's value
Like Keira
plummets.
Knightley in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Look at that. I hope this show becomes about a girl running off for a life of piracy on the high sea.
Daphne Bridgerton. Presented by her mother, the Dowager Viscountess Bridgerton.
God,
Oh,
she
well.
looks so much like someone I know.
If you're getting your solo entrance.
God.
The pull focuses are so well done.
God, that light on her.
She approves. That's her approval look. Oh my God, is Jonathan Bailey want her?
Oh, man. Oh.
I thought she's a... No, wait, they're Bridgerton related. My bad. I don't know. Maybe this family works that way.
I'm going to have to get the family tree and just
I
keep
will,
it right here,
I will talk more than I should as I watch this.
Flawless, my dear.
Flawless victory.
Yeah. Wow, flawless. That's high praise.
Did that truly just happen?
Keep smiling, dearest. I'm watching you. Now more than ever.
But as we know, the brighter a lady shines,
Oh, no.
the faster she may burn.
Oh, no.
That's a cool line.
Better to burn out than fade away.
That's a really cool line.
Tree. Also, family lineage. Very important in this day and
Family
age.
tree.
Yeah. And all the family tree branches are going to get it on.
It has been said that of all bitches, dead or alive,
Oh
a scribbling woman is the most canine.
Uh-oh.
This is a fact.
Yes.
Then this author would like to show you her teeth.
Yes. It's like
My
Gossip
name
Girl.
is Lady Whistledown.
Oh, it's all coming from that.
But be forewarned, dear reader, I certainly know
Oh, it's
you.
her.
What if it's the Queen writing this?
Yes.
Simpered and minced in a pretty dress like everyone else.
Not exactly like everyone else.
Oh, I shall need to go and visit with Penelope. Their presentation was anything but... What was it the Queen called you again?
Flawless.
Must be amazing to get that audition.
Trust I was astonished Her Majesty offered me, out of 200 young ladies present, a most gracious remark.
Ooh.
And now 200 young ladies have a common adversary. I wish you luck, sister.
Eloise.
What? It is true.
My success on the marriage mart influences all of your prospects.
It's trickled down.
My love is pure as what my ma and papa once shared, if we are so fortunate. I really hope I'm able to continue such a grand tradition.
Your dresses have arrived.
Oh!
Oh. The new dresses are here.
What a weird pressure back then.
Lady Whistledown. Lady Whistledown.
The author.
Do we know a Lady Whistledown?
Surely Lady Whistledown cannot be her true name.
What does it say, dearest?
The nom de plume.
She is named Daphne, is the season's incomparable.
Incomparable.
I should not be surprised if this Whistledown is revealed to be Violet Bridgerton herself.
Daphne has bloomed exquisitely, and the sooner she is taken from the market, the better for the other young ladies.
What a weird world. This is what it worked like?
I guess.
I don't know anything about this kind of history. Jeez.
And Penelope, put down that book at once. You shall confuse your thoughts.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
She ain't lying.
Tell me about this cousin. Joining you for the entire season?
With no close female relative to sponsor her debut, Lord Featherington has directed me to take her in for charity.
Oh, bless your
jeez.
heart.
You are known to be quite charitable.
Yes. Really comes from the heart.
Unless you shall like to have only 3 young ladies under your care.
Oh.
I should gladly sit this season out.
Penelope is quite nervous. This shall be her very first season.
I am not nervous, Mama.
What she is 2 stone heavier than she ought to be.
Yikes.
Wow, mean.
Should you allow me to delay only a year, just as Lady Bridgerton has done for Eloise, I may remain dedicated to my studies, perhaps.
The answer's no, Penelope.
Yeah, get your nose out of them books.
Shepherding 4 young ladies through these endless rounds of affairs at the same time. Can you imagine the competition?
Well, how much competition can this cousin provoke?
Seems like all the competition.
She has a mere 4-figure dowry, and as for her appearance, well, let us hope Miss Thompson is more presentable than the legions of unkempt animals she has spent her entire life tending.
You are underestimating.
4-figure dowry.
Remember to be kind, ladies. And charitable. The poor are our burden.
Oh, golly, what a way to put that. How much weight is a stone again? Comment below, Brits.
Cinderella.
Uh-oh.
Good afternoon, Lady Featherington.
Yeah, I guess this is what you do in Euro status. They package you up and they just try and shop you around for some kind of well-to-do husbando.
Where do I know this guy from?
Yeah, I'm trying to place it too. Said her dowry is only 4 figures, so it can only be, what, a maximum of 9,999 pounds?
Well, if this is not a sight for my sore eyes.
No, he feels rebellious.
Yeah.
You
My
can tell by his clothes and
condolences,
demeanor.
Your Grace, for your father.
Very kind of you.
Oh my God, that cloak.
You hated the man.
It is so wonderful to see you, Lady Danbury.
Words I do not hear often enough.
Oh, she's I'm trying to place where else I've seen her. She's great.
As you know, I'm to host a ball this evening.
Yes.
I have managed to keep the details of your return quiet. But when those vulgar mammas discover that there is an eligible duke present at tonight's fete.
So, like, when you marry off your daughters and stuff, it allows you to, like, climb royalty more and stuff. It's, like, all status, and this is your way into more money and social hierarchy?
It can be.
I've only returned to London to deal with my late father's affairs. I'm afraid it leaves me no time to socialize. And so whilst I appreciate your most gracious invitation, Lady Danbury, I must ask you to accept my regrets.
People are always trying to marry up, but...
Your regrets are denied.
Oh, he doesn't want to just be married off, huh?
Yeah.
You may leave that flask you carry at home. Most undignified.
Go home, you're drunk. Yeah, I mean, I think there is such a thing as, like, a guy marrying a girl from a well-to-do family as well, but I think for all these ladies, the idea is, like, marry up as best you can.
One day, I shall seize that watch and take it apart.
I belong to my father.
Then you shall know precisely how I feel every time you disappear.
No. It's so I can count the minutes till I get back to you.
I must chaperone my sister at the Danbury ball this evening.
Daphne, yes? What might they be like, these grand affairs?
Ooh.
You would hate them. Every eligible lady of breeding dressed in some lavishly trimmed frock. Bloodthirsty mammas at their sides.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Of course, without my father here, that responsibility falls upon me.
A significant duty, no doubt.
Someone must guard my poor sister from the bucks and pinks.
Yikes.
Ensure her virtue remains free of any kind of defilement.
Daphne is fortunate. Every woman is not afforded such gallant protection.
Well, every woman is not a lady.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Of course not, my lord.
Hey, he's not talking about you. He views you as a lady, just society doesn't.
Yeah. It's not me that doesn't respect you in any way, shape, or form.
You have me protecting
no,
you,
he's
too.
gonna get married off to someone else.
Always
Isn't he?
protect you.
There's a lot that happens for appearances and status, and, you know, marrying for love or marrying outside of class, I gather, is not very well looked on.
For every darling debutante from Park Lane to Regent Street will be on display.
Yeah, it's just like the ritual of being like, I'm of age and I'm eligible, you know. And in a day and age where you're restricted by your literal surroundings.
Titled, chaste, and innocent.
Titled, chaste, and innocent.
Trained for since birth.
Trained for since birth. Oh.
So they're just molded to be wives.
It's a great time.
Young ladies might succeed at securing a match, thereby avoiding the dreadful, dismal condition known as the spinster.
Ugh.
I must show you my watercolors sometime, if you desire to see them.
Oh. This is why
Well,
online dating exists.
Today, literally now.
Get past all this bullshit.
I think there are still places where they do like debutante balls and stuff like that. but
downtown LA?
Definitely downtown LA. Yeah.
Topanga Canyon Mall?
Yeah. West Hollywood.
Unchaperoned. She's lucky her gentleman agreed to a hasty marriage after she went and ruined herself. Light skirts.
Oh.
Oh no.
She defiled herself.
She defiled her sacred flower.
Yo, this music's so good. They should do like modern rendition songs, like take Taylor Swift, put it in here, and make it more attainable for audiences.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Allow them to come to you, dearest.
So many of her shots is just her solely in focus while everyone else is blurred around her.
She's literally the center of the social strata right now.
I believe you have already been introduced to my daughter, Daphne, Lord Ambrose.
Yes, we met at your brother's levee.
If I recall, my lord, you had just won your first race at Newmarket.
His first and only.
I need a fucking thesaurus to keep up with this shit.
Yeah, right. Very literary.
I haven't had the pleasure of seeing you at our club lately, Ambrose. She didn't have anything to do with the unpaid balance we left on our betting books winter last.
Oh, no.
Oh, you broke bastard. Nope. I am not worthy.
I will be leaving.
A man of any honor ensures his debts are fully paid.
Like a Lannister?
I did not realize.
Well, how could you have done? It is the very reason I am here, sister.
To decide for you who you're going to love.
He's protecting. It's a good older brother.
That's
I think
fair.
in this time
That's
period,
fair.
it's good to
That's
have an
fair.
older brother like that.
Yeah.
this part of life.
Yeah.
I presume you know of him too.
Now, Mr. Worthington's second son, we shall find better. He is of dubious parentage.
Worthington is not worthy.
We shall not have you making
Such
that a
a
poet, heaven forbid. Or an eccentric. My word.
Yeah, poets don't get a good rap.
I like how
Or an
pathetic.
eccentric.
I like how pathetic all these men look in those POV shots. They cast them perfectly.
Didn't Mother tell you yet about my tour? I'm to begin in Greece.
Greece? How adventurous, Colin.
Oh, God.
Colin.
Too late.
Oh, she's gonna meet our man. She's gonna meet our man who doesn't want to be met.
Miss Bridgerton, you look rather lovely this evening. Is there a reason I've yet to see you on the dance floor?
All in good time, Lady Danbury.
Murder on the dance floor.
Poor thing.
What do you mean, you poor thing?
Poor thing.
Who is that? I'm sure I've never seen her.
Miss Marina Thompson, a distant cousin of my husband's.
Oh.
She's rather dowdy, is she not?
Dowdy.
One of the Bridgerton boys is joining the swarm.
I love how they're like watching the crowd,
Well.
and they're literally not just physically looking down; they're actually
literally-
talk down and look down on people the whole time.
Household will be a hive of callers in the morning, Lady Featherington.
Where one suitor goes, the rest will surely follow.
Friggin' peanut gallery up here. Statler and Waldorf 2.
I feel so sorry for Yellow Dress Girl,
Yeah.
the one who was reading. Damn, you
Oh.
are a handsome fella. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and he was wearing blue. Now he's wearing red. Passions
Passion!
are alight.
I would recognize him anyway.
Mom, where are you taking us?
To meet the Duke.
That man's not in our minutes.
Make haste before he should see Miss Thompson.
God, the jewelry, too. Jesus.
Let me introduce my daughters, Miss Prudence Featherington, Miss Philippa Featherington.
Dude, such expectations when your name is Prudence.
Wow, they're flocking to him. This is like when I met Jacob Elordi.
Yep. That was a debutante ball. You should have made your move. Got his dowry. It would be huge.
Already done so much for me tonight.
Boys don't have a
I shall
dowry.
return in a mere moment.
I require a shite.
Small glasses.
Oh, Burbrook.
Oh.
Tiny little things, are they not?
The glasses.
You're not the man.
You've always amused me, Miss Bridgerton.
No, you're
Ever
not
since
the
I
man.
was a schoolboy and you were.
All but 5.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh, no. This guy with the teeth, man.
My brother.
Good gum
He
acting.
summons me.
I hope that actor doesn't only play guys like this.
Miss Bridgerton! A moment, please.
Oh, golly. Oh, no.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, golly.
Duke, save her. Yeah, Duke.
Pardon me.
Forgive me.
Yes, thank you.
Tell me your name.
You don't know me.
Your name, sir.
Am I honestly to believe you do not already know my name?
Whoa. Oh, God. They're going to hassle off on a riffing.
Oh, no.
You can provide an introduction, madam. I do believe accosting me to be the least civilized of ways.
Accosting you.
Surely they will try anything.
What is your name?
Basset.
Bridgerton!
Come here, old
Oh, they're buddies.
You son of a bitch.
She's taking you're no longer Basset.
I shall always
Hastings. The Duke of Hastings, now known forevermore.
Wow.
Oh, the Duke of Hastings, is it?
Right, Hastings, this is my sister.
Your sister?
Daphne, Hastings and I know each other from our days at Oxford. Days we shall not soon forget.
Oh, they A lot of people then.
Crazy days.
Well aware of the company you keep, brother. I'm certain your days with His Grace were most civilized indeed.
His Grace has syphilis.
Syphilized, indeed.
I expect to see you at our club then.
Indeed. Evening, Bridgerton. Miss Bridgerton.
Duke of Hastings. That Mr. Duke of...
Oh, look at that smolder. Oh, man. Oh, she turned around.
Oh, she's checking him out.
You can't deny attraction when it's there.
No.
I believe Lord Weatherby is looking for you to dance.
Is he?
If only it were not time for us to retire.
No, Daphne's anything but weary. I shall stay with her.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Daphne, there is an area gentleman here who would not take your hand. You must think about this.
Yeah, you gotta be choosy.
The thing for you to do now is not to dance, but to leave them all wanting more.
Bro.
If anyone knows how this works, it is your eldest brother.
Perhaps he is right.
Perhaps. Of course he is right.
The only way to become more conspicuous in this room is to leave it entirely.
I do wonder which gentleman will be the very first to call.
The guy with the weird teeth.
So much to ask of them all.
Well, let us get you dressed.
Are they gonna coordinate with each other, or is there just gonna be a line at the front door?
I did not expect to see you here this morning.
It is terribly early for you, dearest.
You could not sleep for some reason. All the excitement, I presume.
No.
Am I the first gentleman to arrive?
They are doing a tribute.
That is cool. Good catch. Yeah.
Callers, ma'am. The Earl of Stafford and the Marquis of Findlay.
Good word. Well, you should have my colourful fashions to thank.
For a Miss Marina Thompson.
Uh-oh. Oh, my.
Cutie pie.
Dearest reader, this author finds herself compelled to share the most curious of news.
Oh, she's gonna get all the attention.
It seems our diamond requires a closer inspection.
Is there a problem, Lord Bridgerton?
How awkward.
I should think so. You are in my seat.
Oh my god.
Wow,
Okay,
dude.
It's a little overprotective.
Of only the most remarkable brilliance fire cluster has been unearthed.
Oh, my.
Soon known to all is Miss Marina Thompson.
So in some way she is kind of like a Cinderella in a certain...
Should you not be out on your daily walk about the square, dear?
It appears as though it may rain.
Oh, this guy's familiar.
Author is left to wonder whether Her Majesty might reconsider the high praise she once afforded Miss Bridgerton.
Uh-oh.
For we all must know what the Queen despises more than anything.
Look at all those doggies.
And the drawing room at Bridgerton House currently appears to be emptier than the muddled head of her dearest King George.
Ouch. Shots fired at the king.
I must go to my club then.
Do you think the Duke would
Sisters?
come? I don't think the Duke would come.
Mother?
He's not his style. No, she'll catch him outside somewhere. They'll argue a little bit.
Is Miss Thompson so high in her instep that she's unable to don her own slippers?
Huh.
I should think not.
Wow.
Has anyone else read what Lady Whistledown has written of late?
Should anyone pay any heed to what Lady Whistledown writes of late? I certainly do not.
Perhaps we might attend the upcoming Salisbury Ball by ourselves. And the Merryweather Tea, too.
Climbing up to the Salisbury Ball.
Lady Whistledown has made her opinion of our dear sister's fortunes quite clear.
Well, enough about Lady Whistledown.
The casting in general, I would say. Like, there's a mix. There's some people who look like they definitely belong in this time, but...
I feel like the other family feels way more like they belong in this time.
The Lord Burbrook.
What the fuck would I know, though?
Lord Burbrook?
Wormtongue. Wormtail. What's the Harry Potter guy?
Wormtail. Wormtongue, Lord of the Rings. Wormtail, Harry Potter.
Eloise, allow some room for his lordship, will you? Eloise, are you not due for a visit with Penelope this morning?
I believe I should like to stay.
What a delivery on that.
I love her voice.
Very funny.
Who is she? She looks so familiar.
Yeah, I'm trying to place her, too.
I love her voice.
Forgive me for not calling sooner. I presumed your affections were already engaged. Now I know. You and I were destined for each other.
Ouch.
And so, by heaven,
fucking bad.
your love may burn from the depths of my soul. 'Tis thee I shall earn.
Oh, no, poet. My man. My man.
Do not forget to bid Prudence, Philippa, or even Penelope farewell as you go.
Oh, man. Now I'm starting to feel sorry for them.
Most wretched sonnet indeed.
Lord Byron, he's not.
Lord Byron. I do not believe so. Good day, Pen.
Oh.
Aw. Oh, she's gonna have my heart. I can feel it.
Lord Burbrick is harmless. There'll be others.
That guy looks like Jacob Elordi.
Lady Whistledown has all but declared me ineligible. What others should ever want such damaged goods now?
You speak as if Lady Whistledown were to be held in higher regard than Her Majesty the Queen herself.
In some ways.
You give far too much credit to some anonymous scribbler. These musings, they're not true.
Only they are true, brother.
You know, I was joking. Do you think it is the Queen? Who else would have all this information?
This is a good question. I was sitting here wondering, honestly, because I'm like, she's got to be in some of these rooms or have access.
Or she has to be aware of everything that's going on.
What it might feel like to have one's entire life reduced to a single moment. This is all I have been raised for. This is all I am. I have no other value.
Wow.
If I am unable to find a husband, I should be worthless.
Daphne,
to be alive.
You're a Bridgerton.
Yeah, there are some women who still think this way.
As they should.
That's what it means to make America great again, people.
Yes.
For the new Duke of Hastings continues to grace our fair city with his presence. And oh, what an impressive presence it is.
Look at that presence.
It should be noted that the Duke has been overheard announcing to mamas everywhere that he has no plans of ever marrying.
Wow.
If it were not for an overzealous mother at every corner, this time of year in the city would not be so very dreadful.
Those mothers simply want the same as you, I rather think.
For every last one of them to choke on their daughter's hair ribbons.
This is the group of friends I don't want to be in with, but wouldn't be accepted into.
Yeah.
I try too hard for their approval.
You are the firstborn Bridgerton of a firstborn Bridgerton 9 times over. Where is your wife?
Oh, my. You're like the
Is your plan
Bridgerton
to
prime.
fuck her forever? Your mistress.
Mistress. I love his voice.
I'm in possession of something that you are not. Brothers.
That Mr. Colin
Pressure's
Bridgerton shall be awarded the year's grand prize when he sweeps Miss Thompson off her pretty little slippered feet.
My.
Will it be just the two of us? Yet again?
You have no self-awareness.
Yeah. Well, this is how society works, though. It's like he doesn't even have to acknowledge her feelings whatsoever.
Yeah, we should watch this through the lens not of how we are as men today, but as men back then would watch this. I don't understand what this woman's problem is.
Yes. Why can't she just get with this guy and enjoy the rest of her life on some estate somewhere?
Lady Bridgerton, do join us.
Oh,
I
audience with the queen.
100% think it's the Queen writing everything. She just seems so fucking bored.
Your Majesty,
Yes.
good evening. You must remember my daughter, Daphne. Yes, she made quite an impression.
Yeah.
However fleeting it may have been.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's cold.
I would like to welcome you both to my box this evening. I insist.
Let's do
My
this.
box?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know what they're getting at.
A
Never mind.
euphemism, Greg.
They're
Definitely
saying
not the
her
place where
husband
you
will not
sit.
live till the end of the month.
Surely another rumor provided by that vicious scandal-mongering writer.
There's something strangely engrossing about the show.
It's all gossip. It's Gossip Girl. But in Jane Austen time.
His Grace was fortunate to have you there with him as a child, after what happened to his mother.
He's not what Whistledown writes. So is Daphne. It seems the two of them have that much in common then. Matches have certainly been made with far less.
One is fascinating, too, because people put so much stock in...
Lady Whistledown merely writes what she sees. Perhaps we need to help her to see things a bit more clearly.
It's like people put a lot of stock in what she writes and yet are always dismissing what she writes. It's like, you know, everyone takes it as truth.
Well, it's about controlling the narrative.
Yeah.
The very dish my cook is renowned for.
Uh-oh. Let's get them gooseberries.
And for all we know, Whistledown may be some interloper living in Bloomsbury.
Bloomsbury.
Well, I think it rather obvious that the writer is Lady Danbury.
Lady Danbury enjoys sharing her insults with society directly. She would never bother herself writing them all down.
You must forgive this rather unruly debate, Your Grace.
Nonsense, I find it entertaining.
No.
All of you at one table.
Unorthodox.
We like each other. Most of the time. You should join us more often, Your Grace.
Let's cut to the kids. That's fun.
Gregory, would you stop tossing peas at me? Those peas are already there.
That's my name.
I am old and I'm taller.
Children.
Oh.
You appear displeased.
Do I?
We find ourselves seated beside each other, Miss Bridgerton.
Uh-oh.
I'd like to think you're happy about that.
Perhaps.
This dude's ego, man.
It would be better if you refrained from thinking about me at all.
Ooh.
It is simply surprising.
Yes, however is it possible for a lady to offer anything but a smile while seated beside a duke?
Oh my God, you are exactly what he needs.
Your friendship with my eldest brother. If that were not enough, I'm also aware of the things a certain writer has recently written of you.
Oh, it's about to get real awkward.
Clearly, arrogant most definitely. You are a rake. Through and through.
You are the rake.
I assure you, I'm anything but interested in you.
I don't know about that.
And I, anything but interested in you. The eldest sister of my oldest friend, yet another recent subject of a certain writer, chaste, neat, desperate.
Oh.
Spinster maid.
It was most spontaneous of you.
With Lady Danbury accepting your dear mother's gracious invitation on my behalf, however could I have declined?
You must stay for dessert. It's gooseberry pie.
What is a gooseberry, exactly?
You're a perfectly reasonable mother until your eldest daughter came of
Anthony.
age. This matchmaking scheme you rather transparently concocted with Lady Danbury. It will not work.
Ouch.
I can think of worse matches for Daphne than a duke.
Yeah, but he knows how filthy that Duke is.
I believe the two of you to be friends.
We are good friends, which is why I know he has absolutely no intention of marrying.
Well, you must understand, all men make that assertion. Your father...
Do not bring father into this.
Uh-oh.
He wants her to have a good, loyal man.
Daphne deserves better.
Oh, jeez.
I know you think you are solving the problem, but you are not. And that is all I shall say about the matter.
Wow, that little smile.
Don't know who to trust in this situation. I feel like he'd be right.
The Duke will be joining us as our guest at Vauxhall tomorrow evening. Now, I admit it was not easy to convince
You
her to come.
overstepped.
She's my eldest daughter.
She is my responsibility, as are you.
Whoa.
Tonight, when you leave this study that you continue to keep at your family home, are you to return to your bachelor lodgings across the square? Or will you pay a visit to a certain soprano that you tend to in an apartment that you pay for on the other side of town?
Oh.
Relying on your younger brothers to one day do the job that you cannot.
Oh, you're Whistledown.
I sit with her in that drawing room. Do you know what I see?
Do you know what I see?
A young woman who is terrified because she knows what kind of life, what kind of future awaits her should you continue to get in her way.
They are both projecting.
The man would have made an arrangement with an old friend. The man would have done what was now necessary.
Yeah,
so you must
wide.
ask yourself, are you merely an older brother or are you the man of this house?
Yeah, that's a good crossroads.
I don't blame him for getting with a soprano. That means she's got a good mouth. You know what I mean?
Yes, and a lot of throat training.
Exactly.
Yeah, throat muscles.
I cannot see you anymore.
He knew this was
Wow. Ouch.
What a terrible time to say that.
I do not understand.
It is not for you to understand.
Your tiny brain wouldn't get it.
I must do what is necessary.
You said you would always protect me.
That sucks.
You promised to care for me, my lord.
My lord.
What shall I do now?
You shall leave.
Wow, that's big cold.
Slander, seduction, or smear. There is but one thing that humbles even the most highly regarded members of our dear ton.
Dear ton.
Dear reader, it should seem that all of Grosvenor Square has been left to ponder a rather scandalous question indeed.
Nice little touch there.
Yeah. Pain of beauty at this time.
One former diamond's recent fall from grace turned out to be the most damning scandal of all.
Stakes is high.
Have you seen Miss Thompson?
She is ill. My mama had to stay home with her. Papa had to chaperone.
I don't know what it is about this woman, man. She has this incredible ability to make me just feel like so sorry for her right away.
Mr. Bridgerton, I believe you owe me a dance this evening, and I have only one more space remaining on my card at present. How convenient.
Oh, what a bitch.
Oh, yeah, come on.
I'm afraid I cannot offer you that dance, Miss Cowper.
Yeah.
I'm to escort Miss Featherington to the floor.
Oh, fuck
Hey,
yeah.
Let's go, my man.
Oh,
Let's go, my man.
Way to go.
True gentleman over here. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I feel like back then these dances were way easier to do.
Well, and like a different kind of communal fun, certainly.
Spectacle of believing. Feast your eyes above and allow all that is radiant to overwhelm you.
Oh, wow.
That is beautiful. Whoa.
Is this a real thing?
Thank you.
Very cool.
Now make eye contact. Not with your brother.
Prolonged eye contact.
Lord Berberic's apparently is over 200 years old. His lineage is legitimate. He's had an excellent education, possesses no debts, never hurt an animal or a woman, and is even a decent shot.
Hey, not bad pedigree.
To speak strictly, there's nothing wrong with him.
What should any of
You're to
this...
marry him.
You are to marry him.
I had to find you a husband, sister. Now, be grateful it is done. It should be just as easy for you to fall in love with Lord Berbrook as with anyone else.
Oh, no. Yep, that's how that works.
I will not hear of this.
Wow. It's interesting they capture the repression of a man, too.
I mean, yeah, the whole thing is like just this burden of expectations and like social status, and everyone's opinion of you guides most of your life, it seems like.
You haven't bled. It's been over a month since your arrival. I suppose I should be happy. Up until now, I've had no legitimate excuse to dispense with you. But when Lord Featherington hears of this, when your own papa hears of this, please, I suppose I should be happy.
What happened here?
Do you even know who the father is?
What I know is that you shall never understand.
Yeah.
Someone like you living this ridiculously charmed. Did you think I wanted to come here? To be around people like you? So out of touch, so superior.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, you guys just hang out all day and worry about who's marrying who for how much money on which estate with whose title.
Whatever are you doing?
Never mind.
Nigel, not now.
Nigel, we to drop the honorific so soon?
And then Duke's gonna come in and save the day.
Pose as your husband.
You will never be my husband. I will never marry you. My brother, he...
This is handheld. This is disconcerting.
Do you think yourself better than me?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it
yeah,
is.
here it comes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best for you to
I know
leave.
romance.
You should write
You should be
romance.
thanking me. I'm your last hope.
Time for him to cross
No
the
one
line.
wants you, Miss Bridgerton.
Oh!
Not soon enough.
Stop it!
Oh, I hate this.
Go with me!
Hey!
She was able to defend herself.
Throw some fisticuffs.
And he gonna like that.
I had no intention.
Of knocking the Klimp flat out.
Klimp?
The Klimp would not like word going around that he got knocked out by her.
Avoiding certain people.
People.
Mothers. Yeah, people, I suppose.
Just make sure he's not dead.
And I am alone with two men.
I believe you're only with one man. The other
I shall be compromised just the same. Do you have any idea what would happen if someone even suggested that I must go?
Oh, God, this life seems...
Marry me, Miss Bridgerton. Now, as far as proposals go, that may be the least romantic of all.
If someone were to find me here, it would be one way out of marrying him.
Oh, you cannot possibly be thinking of marrying him.
If I'm unable to secure another offer, there may be no alternative.
I was quite surprised to learn you no longer have a line of suitors around every last square in London.
I'm in no need of your derision, sir.
I do not mock you. I'm being sincere.
Oh!
Ooh!
Ow!
That's sadder.
Oh!
Trust I possess as much contempt for the author as you do. She's all but issued a challenge to London's most ambitious memoirs, encouraging, provoking them.
Claim you as their prize. I believe such a win would be promptly forfeited indeed.
Oh my God. He's liking.
You through those trees.
Perhaps there is an answer to our collective Lady Whistledown issue.
Are they gonna strike some deal?
Ooh. We're going to take hold of the narrative. Wow. How long have we had fireworks by this point in
Uh-oh,
history?
they're walking together. Are they walking together?
I bet.
We could pretend to form an attachment.
The game is afoot.
They are.
But it ain't pretend. It ain't gonna be pretend for long.
With you on my arm, the world will believe I finally found my Duchess.
Oh, just to stop the conversation.
Every presumptuous mother in town will leave me alone, and every suitor will be looking at you.
Yay.
You must know men are always interested in a woman when they believe another, particularly a duke, to be interested as well.
Wow, the swelling of the score.
Me, unavailable. You, desirable.
That's a cool way to enhance the narrative.
Yeah. Everybody gets
Oh no, he's now going to be happy about that.
But Mama is.
Stare into my eyes.
And I guess this is a more integrated take on history, so being like, you know,
closer.
Biracial doesn't matter so much.
If this is to work, you must appear madly in love.
I legit did not even think about the race that. But like that, it must be a thing back then that probably wasn't the case. Yeah.
You.
I think,
Whatever should you have to lose?
There you go.
Like, it's cool because, yeah, it's easy to not think about it. It's cool that it's easy not to think about it. But, yeah, it's like I feel like their casting is a little bit more diverse than probably what you would have seen. But then again, I am not an expert. Interracial, not biracial, sorry.
Now, the next phase of the plan, you will get pregnant with my child. But we're really not going to be parents.
People, guys, suitors really love when they see, you know, like a fully fledged mother, you know, capable of bearing their whole lineage.
We will live under the same roof.
Yeah.
But it is only to make you more desirable.
Yes. We will make love. We will be married. But only to drive up your social status. Your worth.
It appears Miss Daphne Bridgerton has captured the interest of the newly returned Duke of Hastings.
God, and the fire in the background.
Yet, if anyone shall reveal the circumstances of this match, it is I.
Uh-oh.
Lady Whistledown.
Oh, we don't see her.
Snap. Okay, so it's Burbridge or whatever that guy's name was. He's Whistledown.
Dang. All right.
Or the Duke is Whistledown.
Reject Nation, thanks so much for tuning into this video because today's episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. I first learned about Prize Picks through the missus because she's super into fantasy sports. And honestly, kind of makes sense her sponsoring Real Rejects. Because what we do here has always been about experiences. Not just watching something, but feeling it. Being locked in, being present. And just to be clear, this isn't about pressure or chasing wins. It's about choice, engagement, and adding a little extra fun to something you were already watching. I get it. Trying something new can be intimidating. Whether that's starting a new routine or jumping into sports for the first time. But in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks strips fantasy sports down to its simplest form. Trust your instincts. No drafts, no season-long commitments, no. You just pick more or less on player projections, and suddenly every game hits a little harder. Right now with high-pressure NFL playoff games every weekend, and elite NBA action almost every night, pantomiming, the action never stops. And Prize Picks lets you take control, or just enjoy the games differently. They've added early payouts, so if your player gets hot, you can cash out before the game even ends. You can choose flex play for flexibility, or power play for bigger payouts. And even if your fantasy league is already over, Prize Picks lets you keep playing, even through the playoffs. Right now, they're available in all 50 states, with fast, secure withdrawals and easy deposits. You can download the Prize Picks app today and use code REJECTS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code REJECTS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Good to be right.
Push! Breathe!
Oh, no. Oh, man. This escalated quickly.
What a jump.
Yeah.
What are you doing in here, Lady Danbury?
I am going in, Your Grace.
No place for a lady in there.
Someone must be with her. If not her husband, then...
A birth is... Why would a birth not be a place for a lady?
Because it's just too violent.
Or does he mean like a lady of your status?
I must know if I am at long last to have a son.
Oh, at this time, giving birth seems like a walk in the park.
What is it?
It is a boy, Your Grace.
Oh, thank God.
He didn't deliver that with any relief.
Oh. You don't even get to hold her? Hold him?
No, wait, is this a flashback?
I don't know.
This is time jump or a flashback? Is that the Duke?
It feels like a time jump.
It feels like a time jump, right? I just see it right. He's all sweaty. With 100%.
It's weird. This show comes at you so fast that I find myself questioning.
Wait, no, that's the mom of the Duke.
I mean, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It can't be the Duke because she's here.
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
not-
Sorry. I am sorry. It's okay. I have no excuse.
It's too much
For a
blood.
second, I also was like, maybe.
Perfect son, Simon Arthur Henry Fitzrandolph Basset, the next Duke of Hastings.
Uh-oh.
What a thing to contend with.
Uh-oh.
Are we sure?
I mean, how...
Would you like us to arrange the Duchess's room for you?
No, that will not be necessary.
I think
That was
I'm not
a
right.
flashback, I guess.
I feel like I'm right.
She just looks a lot like the other girl.
I thought that other woman was... So what, he just impregnated someone else?
Is it his kid?
He said I might have a son, and he's got to be the son. He's the Duke of Hastings.
Well, dear reader, the scandalous accounts from last night's soirée at Vauxhall are quite shocking and delightful indeed.
That water makes her look like she's sweating.
Emerging phoenix-like from the ashes of irrelevance is one Miss Daphne Bridgerton.
Oh.
Lustrous debutante was seen dancing not once, but twice with the season's most eligible and most uncatchable
Look how
rake.
blue and pink it is now.
Where are you going so early, Your Grace?
Promenade.
Ugh.
He is smiling.
Daphne has an excellent sense of humor.
She will need it. Life as a duchess will have many demands, hosting balls, greeting foreign dignitaries.
Tight fives.
Daphne will not merely be in society, she will be leading it.
I have prepared her quite well, Lady Danbury.
God, that fit on her.
You do want our plan to succeed, do you not?
The purpose of this arrangement is to keep the marriage-minded mothers of the town at bay, not hurl myself directly into the lion's den.
Yeah, but to keep them at bay, you got to be conspicuous.
If you were truly courting me, you'd buy out every florist in town.
If I were truly courting you, I would not leave flowers. Okay, 5 minutes alone with you in a drawing room.
Oh!
Oh.
Well, let's do that.
No one could know about our little arrangement. Know about what happened last night with Lord Burtbrook.
Ah, yes. How is your hand this morning?
Well negotiated.
You say you did nothing wrong.
What I know is that even the rumour of my being alone with a man, let alone touching him.
He will not want to be sullied.
I have no interest in causing a scandal, Miss Bridgerton.
You should imagine with you it comes naturally.
What are we going to do?
There's no need for your hysterics.
Why is Miss Thompson to be kept away?
Because her condition is catching.
Yeah.
So Daphne may be in love. Does she think it an accomplishment? What exactly has she accomplished then? She certainly did not build that man or bake him. Simply showed up. Now he straggles about.
Wow, what a beautiful shot.
That's her hair. And having a nice face and pleasant hair is not an accomplishment. Do you know what is an accomplishment? Attending university.
That's right.
If I were a man, I could do that, you know. Instead, I shall have to stand by and watch dear Mama appear proud because some man should like to admire my sister's face and hair and fill her up with babies.
Oh, when you put it like that.
I know of someone with child.
I suppose your father should still want a boy.
It's not my mama.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
It is a maid.
Which one of your maids is married?
She's not married.
How did she become a child if she's not married?
That is
I do not know.
This just keeps getting...
I will find out.
What?
You must.
The light is gorgeous on this.
Otherwise, how can we make sure it never happens to us? We have accomplishments to acquire.
It is physically impossible to get pregnant without being married.
As this should be.
I'm not hungry, Mama.
Are you certain the entire party was not simply eyeing a tear in her dress?
Or some misstep she might have taken on the dance floor.
Misstep on the dance floor.
How terrible for Fran that she'll be off practicing pianoforte with Aunt Winnie all season and miss Daphne's engagement to the Duke.
How does a lady come to be with child?
Oh, my. Let's go.
What a question. I thought we needed to be married.
Whatever are you talking about?
Apparently, it's not even a requirement. Eloise, that is more than enough.
Birds and bees time.
I take it the two of you? No?
Do not look at me.
Have you ever visited a farm?
Oh!
I do hope the two of you are not encouraging improper topics of conversation.
Not at all, Mother.
We were just heading off to take our sticks out.
Colin
Bridgerton.
Oh, golly.
Has someone arrived, Humboldt?
Callers for Miss Daphne, Mum.
The Duke? You already have caller, dearest.
I suppose now I have more.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
When you said you would be taking me to your
The competition is afoot.
I expected to be the only one.
I hope he just knocks all these people off.
Knee breeches for the occasion.
Satin knee breeches.
I shall speak to my soon-to-know Lord Burbrick. You must go. You said you wanted this handled quickly. You gave me your word. And I intend to keep it. You were the only man who proposed, therefore the only one I thoroughly considered.
Oh, jeez.
This is nothing more than a terrible confusion. For now, you must go, along with everyone else.
Oh, my.
You successfully kicked out everyone.
Oh,
I cannot imagine a greater show of disrespect than promising me to Nigel Burtbrook.
Anthony, tell me you did.
He's a fine choice. I looked into him.
You promised your sister to that man.
Not well enough, apparently.
Oh, golly. Now you're mad.
Daphne has charmed a duke, Anthony. You must know that changes everything.
Please do not tell me this little rebellion is to do with Hastings.
They are courting.
They've danced.
Whoa. Don't downplay it.
It does not signify
They
that...
promenaded this morning and he sent flowers today.
Yeah.
To both of us.
Expensive ones.
Yeah. That is good.
Let me see those flowers.
The Duke is not a serious suitor.
I will not marry Nigel Burtbrook.
Ouchies.
I have acted in your best interests, sister. One day.
No, you haven't. You don't.
One day you'll be most appreciative. The contract to Burbrook will be drawn up, and you shall marry him.
Dude, I didn't expect you to be a villain.
Oh, you need not worry, dearest. Once Lord Burbrook witnesses the seriousness of the Duke's intentions, he will have no choice but to retreat. Lord Burbrook may not respect a woman's choice, but he certainly will respect a man's.
Use the politics of the time to your advantage.
And if the Duke is not serious, well, I shall have others.
Daphne, I saw the way the two of you looked at each other last night.
It's
and
true
tomorrow,
love.
There are no others.
Oh. Oh, damn. Yeah, it certainly seemed like that was his birthplace at the top of the episode.
Did you truly dance with the Bridgerton twice?
Oh, damn. They had to bare knuckle box back then, huh?
Remind me again why you were the first person I chose to reacquaint myself with upon my return to town. Admit it, friend.
Ooh.
You missed me.
Hey, how could you not?
Are you going to come down here or must I come up there?
My fists have taken enough pounding from your chin today. Your dukeship.
Your dukeship?
I should like to know what was going through your head.
Look at
last
them
night
working
and
this
this
out to
morning.
their face.
You'll have to be more precise. Great deal goes under mine as quick as mine.
As quick as mine.
Should I not be courting your sister?
No. And I can think of dozens of reasons why, starting with she is my sister. And ending with she is already engaged to be married. Circling back to she is my sister.
Ooh. Damn.
The problem is that Burbrook is a wholly unworthy suitor for Miss Bridgerton.
Ooh. Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah, tell him.
No.
No.
Think of all that we have shared as friends. It is furthest from my intentions to offend you, but surely you can understand that family must come before all else.
Coronas.
Syphilis.
Yes.
We're the Syphili brothers.
Dude, the light on this guy, like, oh my god.
Talk to me, damn you.
You are scaring
And if that's what it should take, I shall get a sound from him still.
No.
Said no. He speaks.
Do not.
Did he have a stutter?
What is he doing?
My lord.
He had a speech impediment?
He's an imbecile.
Your Grace.
He is an idiot.
Bro.
We have been granted this line. The monarchy itself has declared it, but it will only remain ours so long as we remain extraordinary.
God, the pressure of that.
Hastings' name cannot land in the quivering hands of a half-wit. Get him out of my sight. This boy is dead to me.
Wow.
Damn,
That
dude.
Focused diopters.
May I ask, how did it happen?
Cake.
Cake.
Our vicar in Somerset was given to hours-long sermons. 3, 4.
You lost me at Vicar.
One Sunday, just when I thought I'd have to crawl under the pew from exhaustion, the eldest Crane boy, Sir George Crane, sneaked me a wrapped bundle of cake and biscuits.
Oh, was cake.
After some time, the bundles came to include small notes. We passed tiny missives back and forth for months. I've never longed for church quite so much.
Hallelujah. Amen.
But he continued to write. See?
Wow.
Oh my
wow. Golly. Your muscles must be so loose all the time.
The
You can make
Queen,
a better
Mum.
bar than that.
Has she fallen ill? Has King George caused her harm? Her Majesty's Royal Stationery.
Is she pregnant?
To you, my lady.
Oh my. Oh my.
That's like when Michelle Obama messaged John.
I am invited to a private tea with the Queen in 2 days' time.
Wow.
No news of your education, not a word about you from your father, yet here you are, alive and breathing.
Breathing.
Your mother would weep to know her dearest friend was a stranger to her son. You look just like her, and a good thing, too. Lady Danbury, my lord.
Does look more like the mom than the dad.
I see you've not learnt any manners. Have you learned to read? To write? To ride a horse? To fence?
Naturally rebellious.
Well, then why ever are you not in school?
I can not eat.
Oh, buddy.
It's a confidence thing.
When I was a girl, I was afraid even of my own reflection. I entered a room and attempted to dissolve into the shadows. But there is only so long one in a position such as ours can hide.
So I became Batman.
This.
I would have to step into the light someday, and I could not very well be frightened. So, instead, I made myself frightening.
Yeah.
I sharpened my wit, my wardrobe, and my eye, and I made myself the most terrifying creature in any room I entered.
Chiseled yourself that it was impossible to not notice.
You can speak.
Ooh, empower that boy.
I understood you well enough, and I will help you to overcome this stammer of yours.
Poise.
You must promise me that when you step into the light, you will be worthy of the attention you command.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Very clearly a flashback at the top.
I don't know, man. I'm still not sold. That's the plot twist. It's a flash forward, John.
The dance, Miss Bridgerton.
I shall need someone else to seek me a glass of ratafia then. Lord Bridgerton.
Hey. Oh, we're getting another Neil drop.
Their chemistry forms not so much in their dialogue, but in these little exchanges in their looks.
Yeah.
Quietness. Like, she looks like she's enjoying herself all too much here. And as does he.
Well, and it's like a society so predicated on the intellect and the airs you put on and the way you speak and present. So, like, when you're doing something just solely physical, yeah, it's like a totally different world.
If need be, I will happily restate my intentions with respect to your sister. She's a prize I have long coveted. For her beauty, for her grace,
For her powerful right hook.
Oh,
my man.
Whether I can count on you to handle this misunderstanding, my lord, for I certainly wish to avoid any kind of embarrassment.
That bruise, yeah.
I assured you I will resolve the matter.
He's my favorite kind of book character.
I shall remind you his none of his concern. Perhaps you are not the authority on what matters concern me, nor on the matter of Lord Burbrook's character. Oh, do come off it, Burbrook. I presume he failed to mention how he got that purple eye.
He was careless with the cabinet door.
He was careless with his honor.
Yeah.
He attempted something last night I shan't dignify with words when your sister planted her face.
Deserve that. Oh my God, passion spewing from his mouth.
My lord, you must know.
Daphne would have surely told me if this were true.
I don't know, bro.
Would she?
Ooh.
She would she? You're right.
You will never speak to my sister again, Burbrook.
It's good, brother.
But we are to be married.
You are to be buried if you so much as look in her direction.
Ooh, you are to be buried.
Be grateful.
Buried.
You will not take a punch from yet another Bridgerton.
Ooh.
What has happened?
All right, bro.
Brother.
You need not worry about Burbrook. Sister, it is done.
You may marry the Duke.
Yeah.
Get
I
to
don't
it.
care. This is too much for me. Just do what you want.
Despite what you and my brother may think, I'm quite capable of speaking for myself. You had no right.
I was trying to help.
Well, you did not.
Yes, but in a man fantasy, I'm on their side.
Not to mention,
my.
watching. You cannot assure me of anything.
Wow, this really does make me question the thoughts I have as a man. As a guy, I'm like, yeah, bro, you did the right thing, guys.
You follow me, Burbrook.
Don't run away. It's only
So
me.
this matter's settled.
It was settled until you had to go and spoil it.
Oh my God, did he hire goons?
Last night was a mistake, I admit, a temporary lack of judgment.
There is not and never will be any kind of understanding between the two of us. Go home, Burbrook.
But you do not need her.
Need.
Why then have you not asked for her hand? If you are so fond of her and she so smitten with you, why have you not already proposed?
Oh, boy. Nope.
Oh, dude, you do not start them rumors.
Oh, if you have, you must tell me. For if I had already known she was loose and damaged, not intact, I never would have...
Talking. I shall not have you question the lady's unimpeachable honor again.
Yes.
Wow.
I've heard the stories of your father, Hastings.
Dude, stop talking.
I know how badly he wanted a son, and I know how badly he tried to get one when it seemed your poor mother could not deliver.
Dude,
oh, my.
You have like a death wish, dude. Why are you walking closer, you dumbass?
The apple should not fall very far, should it?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you asked for this.
You're so dumb.
This is bad, but you asked for this.
I am receiving high marks in all of my studies, sir.
Whoa, he's speaking
Yeah.
clearly. Whoa.
I ride and I fend and I shoot. Exceptionally well, I am told.
Don't look nervous now.
Yeah.
Don't look nervous.
Come on. You got this.
Fear and the nervous.
You are my worst failure.
You are just like the worst.
Might I remind you that this boy is to be the next Duke of Hastings, and that he requires whatever reserves of fatherly nature reside in that frigid heart of yours?
Ooh.
So long as I may remind you of your place, which is out of my sight, and with your bitch mouth shut.
What?
I wrote to you. many times to let you know
Come on.
I'm not dead.
Oh, wow.
You are as useless as your mother proved to be. So, I shall pursue the same recourse with you as I did with her, to forget that you ever sullied these halls.
Wow.
Just no heart.
This is an evil
whatsoever.
guy.
He is the most vile of vile.
He's Scrooge. He's going to have a whole Scrooge story we're never going to see. He's going to be visited by spirits and everything.
I hope he gets a redemption arc.
Yeah, definitely. On Christmas, right before he dies.
Well, what have you learned from your maid, the one who was in the family way? What happened? How did it happen?
She said it was love.
Love and cake.
What else did she say? Was she not frightened?
More
Why is she so fascinated?
sad and frightened. But there may be a chance for her to have a happy ending yet, I suppose. She wants to escape to the country where she and her love will marry.
Wow.
In greater reason to be frightened. Once she's married, her life is over. Scarcely an escape, Penelope.
Yeah.
The poor maid.
She should go to school.
Did you only change your mind about Lord Bearbrook because another man told you the truth?
You truly esteem me so little.
After I apprised you of my wishes, and you proceeded to ignore them. Yes, brother,
We
I do.
shouldn't take that extreme.
Whatever happened to your hand?
Boxing.
It's an absurdity that passes for entertainment amongst men. My cuff, button it.
I beg your pardon.
Button my shit.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yo, guys, we'll fucking watch the shit, man. Wrist.
Have you considered you are not the type women wish to marry?
I do suppose if I were forced to take a wife, you would be the least objectionable option.
Was that meant to be a compliment?
Yes.
What a
that
compliment
is
it
so
was.
sweet.
But it is no matter, for you wish to marry for love, do you not?
Of course I do. They're still
Oh.
looking.
Prolonged eye contact.
Prolonged eye contact. Oh, Christ the Lord. You got a note from the constable or something?
Bridgerton?
What have you done?
Bridgerton, eh?
I've taken matters in my own hands and sought a special license for my wedding to Miss Bridgerton.
There is to be no wedding.
I have told you, the arrangement is cancelled.
Yo, Duke, propose. Duke, propose.
Imagine you would have instructed your sister to take better care than to encourage certain attentions while alone with me on the dark walk at Vauxhall. Mere hearsay of such a scandal could wreak havoc on even the most influential of families.
You ass. Dude.
Oh,
Dude.
I look forward to the union of our great families.
Someone challenge this guy to a duel.
I must marry Nigel Bearbrook. It is the only choice.
All is lost.
I have taught you to believe that marriage is the best that life has to offer. And that remains true.
Does it?
But it is not simply a partner that marriage provides.
You will have comfort and a house to tend, and most importantly, children.
You'll be a high-class maid.
You will throw yourself into raising your family, and you will find much joy.
Yeah, you can feel it, right?
You and Papa, the two of you were so beautiful, Mama. That is what I wanted. That is all I hoped to one day find. As did I.
Suppose I want a different life, Benedict. That I truly believe I am quite capable of something more, even when I am not allowed to have anything else.
Is she writing the shit?
That would be crazy.
Then I would say that you're not the only one.
How is she? She's to marry. Then you are free to do as you please. Another.
Ugh. He wants punishment.
Your Majesty.
Oh my. Oh my. What a way.
I expected a great future for your daughter upon her entrance into society. A future with someone like a duke, perhaps. Pairing like that would certainly be most enchanting indeed.
Be pretty sick.
But what are we to do, Mom? We are to invite Lady Bearbrook over for tea, Mrs. Wilson.
Oh, snap. What's the Lady Bearbrook like?
Allow me to set my eyes upon you.
Oh, my.
Certainly healthy.
Ew.
Even if your countenance is a bit drawn.
Ugh.
My Nigel is quite discerning. He already turned away many more handsome debutantes, saying, Mother, I prize accomplishment over beauty.
What a neg. Cut to this pristine shot of her. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. Oh.
What have you found? What is going on? Well, you could not think I would ask that woman for tea without a thought for you, could you?
Yeah.
The hell yeah.
Lord Bearbrook has a boy by one of his maids that he refused to provide for. Send
Whoa.
the maiden child away to live off scraps.
Horrible man.
Whoa.
Horrible enough for us to be rid of him, let us pray.
Oh, thank God for this poor child.
You got to release a diss track, reveal that kid to the world.
A minor.
Oh, God.
We shall talk.
Yes, we'll do what we do best.
Go. Get on the telephone pole wires and chirp away.
This just in.
Oh, mon Dieu. Is it not the most lurid story of the season?
Oh.
Spread like wildfire. Oh my God, gossip is their greatest weapon.
Hottest goss.
I would not be surprised if Lord Burbrook were called away to the country.
Everyone's looking at you.
Business which perhaps might involve sending some much overdue funds
Beetlejuice.
to one former maid and young boy.
Such a
Damn.
shame. Such a shame.
A little bit of a dolly zoom on
I know
him.
society has dictated your present role in this family, Anthony, but with Daphne officially out, I assure you I am more than capable.
Oh, yeesh.
Eloise, you mustn't worry.
You're not frightened too, sister, of marriage, children.
I find children to be delightful.
She desires to be an independent woman.
Though you are not currently proving my point.
Surely you've not forgotten what happened to Mama. Her screams that night.
Oof.
You tried to hide it by singing to me, but her voice rattled the windows. I hear them sometimes still in my dreams.
Yeah.
She almost died. Mere months after Papa.
Of course I've not forgotten.
Wow, Dad was dead then.
There is light to be found at their end. And I know one day we both will find it.
It must be taxing.
Constantly putting up this narrative.
The game of pretend that you feel you must endlessly maintain.
Exactly.
You should not have lost your temper with Lord Burbrook.
You should know something about me, Miss Bridgerton. I will not tolerate a bully.
Ha.
And you should know something about me, Your Grace. I will not have this go wrong.
You mean our ruse?
Is it a ruse?
It is more than a negotiation.
We're in the end game now.
This is not just about finding the best match to impress Lady Whistledown.
Everyone's watching.
It's about a life, Your Grace.
Yeah.
I must finally take charge of it. I cannot afford to do otherwise.
I shall agree on one condition.
You do not understand, Your Grace.
That you call me Simon.
Ooh.
Aww.
Simon?
Is there something funny about my name?
No, no.
It sounds like Pyman.
Which is perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine. Very well.
Daphne and Simon.
talking
You should
so
meet my
close.
brothers, Alvin and Theodore.
Ooh.
Oh.
With the bruised knuckles.
Yeah.
I wish to find a husband.
Just above her corset bruise.
It's the time we have a family. Children.
Then let us find you a husband.
Aw.
The two of you certainly make a captivating match, Your Grace.
I love them.
Yeah, I do too.
They're
Whatever
dynamic,
is
these two.
bothering you?
Oh, he's gotten feels.
Nothing at all.
He stuttered!
What's a flashback?
Listen to me very closely.
Whoa.
He's saying it with no stutter.
For I've only returned to do it one thing. To make you a vow. The only vow I will ever make in my life.
Oh, he vowed to not marry and carry on.
I will never marry.
Yeah.
I will never sire an heir.
That's good drama right there, guys.
The Hastings line will die with me.
Oh, that's good.
That's how much I hate you, man.
Are my words clear enough for you, Father? You fucking monster.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. He gonna die right there. God, man. And that dark cloak.
Had a little smile.
Yeah.
Damn, that's good. That's
Woo.
good drama. That's good shit, guys. It's good shit.
Drama. Oh.
All right, guys. Well, we watched episode 1 and 2 of Bridgerton.
The bridge.
The bridge between tons. Prepper. I want to say good job at editing this down.
Yeah.
The fact that it's public on YouTube means you did a good job.
You guys are very high class.
Very high class. Very posh.
Very posh, yeah. You're very erudite.
And if you guys want to catch the full reaction watch along, that's at our Patreon.
I'll improve your social status if you go there.
Helps offset copyright claims that we get all the time.
Yeah, and people will, just notice you around town and be like, "Oh my, are they a royal reject?"
Yes, they are royals.
They are royals. Invite them for tea
and cocaine
and snuff. Yeah, man.
And
Snorking fat rails over here.
And also you can get a Reject Nation.
Yes. Come grab a. We should have a Bridger tea.
I'm a little out of it today.
We should have a Real Rejects Bridgerton tea.
That was fun.
That was very fun.
That was fun.
That was
Damn.
fun.
That was
Dizzying,
good.
but fun.
Got better. It kept going better as it went.
Yeah. Agree. Which is fascinating because like there's a little bit of a jump in the. Like they both episodes look good. Obviously, the production
One
values
felt
are great.
like a pilot.
But yeah, it's weird. Like in the age,
Was it an actual pilot or was it straight to series?
like I thought this was always on Netflix, so I'm surprised. Yeah, that there would be any kind of a jump between. I guess maybe you must have to still do a pilot or something. Like it's weird. Yeah, it makes me wonder how Netflix does things because it did feel like there was one version of the style in the pilot, and then episode 2 built on that and like did some new things to it that made it look a little different.
It wasn't like stark. It wasn't like, whoa, what? No. This looks like an entirely different show. But it did feel like it found like a solid new rhythm in the second episode.
It felt like they made some more specific visual choices in the second episode.
Definitely. Yeah, no, it's a fun world of gossip and intrigue, as John called it during polite Game of Thrones. Really fun way to put it.
Yeah.
Does a great job with the dialogue of doing this type of elegant Victorian language that I can now keep up with because I read Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got there.
They said countenance, and I was like, I know that word been abused in a Little Mary Shelley book.
I looked that up recently.
I know what that word is.
Yeah. No, hey, the more you spend time with this language, the more your brain attenuates to
yeah.
it.
So but it also, unlike Frankenstein, where I'm like, what the hell is she saying? I was able, for the most, outside of a couple of sarcastic
very
jokes,
digestible.
It was very easy to like actually keep up with in a way that I think is like a good blend of feeling like true period piece, but also very modern at the same time. It's a good marriage of both. Like you have to strike that balance. If it feels too modern, there's actually a disconnect. If it feels too period piece, there's another different kind of disconnect. So they have to find that right bridge where you can digest the drama. And that's what I love. It's like, it's a drama. It's a romantic drama. And the story is about drama. Like, it's a drama about drama. And it makes it really fun. It's like a fun story where this is like their biggest problems. You know, this is their biggest problems.
Well, it's like,
what about everyone else in society in the streets you're walking, you know? But this is their problem. But because you're focused on their problems and how at stake everything is, but especially for the woman, like a Daphne, like that's hard. I know like they're well-to-do and whatever, but that's a hard position to be in.
Yeah.
Where you do feel like you are trying not to just be property, you know?
Well, yeah, it's like real problems are begat from this completely imaginary world that all the people on this plane of society live on. It's like, you know, that one scene when you're in the city streets where they're spreading the gossip, you know, that feels like where real problems must be happening.
Yeah.
You know, in a different show. Whereas here, like, yeah, there are real problems, but they're all sort of ironically born of this world of imagined up cotillions and rules and polite society standards and yeah, these like rituals that we do, and everyone, yeah, it's like once you come of age, you're debuted to the marriage market, literally, and then you have to do this ritual of, you know, in front of everybody, courting people and finding suitors and, you know, demonstrating your relationship as an image to everyone.
Well, at the same time, yeah, like as we're talking about it, you know, it's really easy to just go through like the classism side of being like, this is the rich people problems. However, what it does show is that there's a cost at that, which is like, while you're able to buy more stuff through money, materialistic wise, not everyone here we're following is rich. And with being upper class, there's also a lack of freedom and choice when it comes to love.
Yeah.
And just being able to be yourself.
So much of life is keeping up appearances.
Yeah. Like
and reinforcing the way things work.
Constant veneer.
Yeah.
To how they live their lifestyle. And with that comes a lot of like repression and stuff. So it's like, it's interesting to take the look how polished and beautiful and everything is and what they have at their disposal, yet there's so much unhappiness.
Yeah.
That's actually laced throughout it all, you know.
Yeah, it's like you're imprisoned by this luxury. It's like all this stuff that you're promised in return for a betrothal or whatever. It becomes kind of this big, not to be over dramatic about it, but it can be
John,
confining.
we're watching Bridgerton.
It can be a
Everything is
prison of
overdramatic.
opulence. Because, yeah, you're in this.
The overdrama.
I'm looking at all these, the mom and the daughters, and you're just all hanging out at home, and you're just like, fucking, I guess I'll cross stitch or learn to play the piano. What do we even do until we're 18? And then we got to go date all the time until we get married. And then after we get married, we tend the house and have the kids, and we order around the, nanny staff and the, housekeepers and whatnot. And so, yeah, it's like, there's so much opulence, and, there are gorgeous cakes and balls and dances, and
we know this name.
Yeah.
We know this name.
Regé-Jean Page.
I fucking know this guy.
All
Where do
right,
I
come
know
on,
from?
come on.
Jesus, this is like bugging me so much that I have not been able to place it.
Yeah.
He's in Dungeons and Dragons. Oh my God, yes.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Though.
I've seen
it.
And
He was
the
in
Gray
Man.
Yeah.
Corey's favorite
he
movie.
He was in a Netflix movie.
He was in a Netflix movie. Was he an American guy? Scroll down. Is he in anything else?
He must have been an American guy in
Mortal
there.
Engines.
Okay. I haven't seen anything else this guy's done. But
All right,
yeah,
all
okay.
right,
But
yeah.
for sure, we've reacted to the Gray Man.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
I want to
he's-
see Dungeons and Dragons. I
he's-
heard a lot of
it's-
good things.
Of
about
course,
it.
he's in Dungeons. Oh my God.
Oh, and he was in a couple episodes of Sandman. I saw the first episode or so, like a million years ago. Maybe he was in that. I don't know.
But yeah, he's definitely in the Gray Man. I don't really remember him in the Gray Man, but
Call Coy. He can tell us.
But yeah, the second I read Dungeons and Dragons, I was like, that's right. Yeah, he's good. I like that kind of book character. The brooding asshole type.
But who's really got a heart of gold?
Yeah, man, those are hot.
Yeah, dude.
Those are hot.
That's the best kind of guy to be.
Well, truthfully, when they it's always great in real life, dude. Those guys
to be
are
a
great.
brooding
Those guys are
asshole with a
awesome.
heart of
Yeah.
gold who has
Those
trouble
guys are-
accessing that
those
heart of
guys are
gold.
never fucking emotionally
because you
or
built your
physically
life off of
abusive assholes.
spite. Because the thing that drives you is also the thing that keeps you from ever having love and relationships and intimacy. Yeah.
It's but when they pulled back his backstory, it did make him very compelling.
Yeah,
it was like the
100%.
first episode. I was like, okay, I get the archetype, and he's like charming and good looking. But when they did do his backstory in the second episode, I was like, oh yeah, and then also illustrating the relationship he has with Lady, not his mom, Lady
Bridgerton.
No, the lady who's like looking after him.
Oh, do we decide she's grandmama?
I don't think she is. She's Lady something or another.
She's Lady.
Is she a grandma?
Danbury? She's Lady. Like,
I
okay.
thought she was just like someone
Let's
there.
just pull up the list so that we can get the names.
I'm
We're gonna
so
have to
afraid
start
of
committing these
spoilers.
names.
Yeah.
All right. Don't look. I'll just look up.
Honestly,
Bridgerton episode 1 IMDb, and then we won't get any spoilers. Diamond of the First Water. What a name of an episode that was, too. This is a good cast, though, generally. Adjoa Ando is the actress's name. Lady Agatha Danbury.
what is Lady Agatha Danbury relationship to Simon? Is she grandma?
Is she gran?
No.
Oh, she's in the witch.
She's just a mentor protector, a powerful guardian aunt. Think of her more of like a powerful guardian aunt or godmother energy. But how is she involved in the family? How is she involved in the? Is that a spot? I don't want to look it up. All right, I'm afraid to look it up.
That is one thing. I mean, like this coming into this show has been very fun, and it's also like kind of it's very still. What am I trying to say? It's based on a book series, right? So like it maintains a level of like literary feeling to it. Like I'm not the best read person in the world, but it feels like you're dipping into like a Jane Austen world of some kind, and like that being the case, there is like kind of a rhythm and a quick pace, and stuff is flying at you, and it's partly it's a different cadence and type of language generally, but also like it does move fast.
Very different.
And it's like the speed of the gossip is both fun and dizzying, but also you have to go like okay, I gotta make sure I keep up with people's names and people's statuses and where the family lineages collide and stuff like that. So as like the first couple episodes and watching them on camera, you you know, it is kind of a humbling experience because you're like, you know, this is a show that like makes me feel like I got to be a little smarter.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you got to commit to memory, a lot of different names, but they're pretty good at like cutting around and stuff. That's what I mean. They do a pretty good job at acknowledging where the audience might have a hard time keeping up. Because there's no way this show could be as famous as it is if it was like truly difficult to follow.
Yeah, and I think part of the point is to get a little dizzy in it all, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you still get all like the most important bits and pieces. She's done some Doctor Who.
The music is really great.
Yeah, and nice with like the occasional recontextualized needle drops.
Vitamin String Quartet, man, always
Yeah.
coming in a clutch.
Getting their respect, getting their flowers, getting their very ornate bunches of flowers.
Season 2 is Pentatonics.
That's right. It'll be all everyone's doing a cappella now. But yeah, like as this kind of drama from episode 1 to episode 2, I did find myself getting more, increasingly pulled in and sort of intoxicated on the Gossip Girl quality that this has. I haven't seen a ton of Gossip Girl, but I didn't expect that was part of this, is that there's this, I forget what the first episode labeled it as, this gossip rag, for lack of whatever better term they put in here. I think this is like a thing that must have existed, but you never think about, or I haven't really thought about. And yeah, to have part of this be that there's some unknown character who's apparently omnipotent and sort of is privy to all of it and is saying the things we can't say in polite society that, everyone at this level is dedicated to, and yet everyone kind of knows is a lie.
I really think it's the Queen.
It very well could be the Queen. Like, I don't know. There are a lot of good guesses, and I think the Queen is not a bad one. Because especially the Queen being here.
know everything.
Well, who else would know everything? And two, she's sitting here like, man, this isn't good enough. This is drama. Like, I don't know.
She's so bored.
I could see why she would be bored enough to just want that anyway. But the part of me then goes, well, if she's writing this stuff, though, she wants to have some stuff that inspires the writing, makes it feel, gives it some pizzazz.
Yeah.
So, she's got to sometimes, with her ability, want to tip the scales of the narrative. And now this question becomes, is that just her way of playing into, or is she actually Lady Whistledown?
I think I'm going to rewatch The Gray Man.
Yeah, it's Coy's favorite movie.
This trailer's been playing on screen since we looked up the guy who plays Simon. Like, oh, dang, I don't remember this movie looking this cool.
Well, get ready.
Like, he's even credited in the trailer.
It's going to look a lot more brown when you watch it for real.
That's true.
A lot more brown and gray.
Well, yeah. And who's the guy who's starring in all these movies?
Oh, all these movies?
In Jurassic World and Wicked.
Oh, Jonathan Bailey. He's good. We like Jonathan Bailey with his slutty little sideburns now. Jonathan Bailey is Lord Anthony. I like him. Not all of his choices, obviously, but I feel his struggle to. Like, in a lot of ways, he is in the position where it's like, you're a man of the house now, and yet he's still, in a convincing way, is like trying to live up to that, but also isn't quite at that level of maturity.
Yeah.
I think the, repartee between him and Lady Bridgerton is really nice.
It's kind of crazy because this show feels like a week to week.
Yeah.
It's so thick in every episode. The 2 episodes we've seen, like, so much happens.
Yeah.
That it doesn't feel like a show that was designed to be binged.
Yeah.
It actually does. It feels constructed like each episode is a solid chapter.
A dignified one cake at a time.
Well, hopefully it remains that way because that's qualitative writing. But yeah, I hear like with the show it really accelerates come season 2.
Okay.
But yeah, man, we got a few more episodes to go. Then we'll give a more lengthy reviewing the season. But yeah, the character plays Eloise. Very modern and appropriate. She seems like she's going to be the eye line for the thing evolving out of, like, she's a person like out of time in a way,
She reminds me of like a Little Women character or something where, she's like, I want to go out into the world and explore. I don't want to deal with any of this. I want to, indulge my mind and grow my own, intellect and yada yada, which I think is like a kind of character that is very of the now, but also is very of the then too. So like, I hope we get more of that journey.
Yeah.
Friggin' Nigel sucked, and I'm glad we're done with him.
That was a good machination way to handle things, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can slander too.
Yeah.
Intentionally. I like how it shows how so much of this is just about controlling the narrative. But yeah, guys, thanks you so much for being here. Thanks for watching with us. And really enjoyed the hell out of it. That was fun. I'm excited to continue the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you guys for the next episode.
Pieces.
Peace.